everyone, it's Gillian Perkins and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about how to talk to the camera comfortably, confidently, not awkwardly, sound natural, and all of that. Now, I know that when you are first starting, when you're making your first few videos, even your first 10, 20, 30 videos, you can feel really awkward and uncomfortable. Sometimes it seems like it will be easy. You sit down, you try to talk to the camera, and it's not. You feel like a mess. You feel like you have no idea what you're doing. Suddenly you have nothing to say. Awkward. And it is so easy at that point to just throw in the towel, or at least consider throwing in the towel, and think this video thing is not for me, because you see your favorite YouTubers looking and sounding awesome and super confident and completely natural, and now your experience is that it's just not that way for you, and so you think that you are not cut out for video. But I have to start by telling you the reality. The reality is that when I make a YouTube video, even though people all the time tell me, you're so good on camera, how are you so confident? Do you script every word of your videos? The reality is that when I make a YouTube video, I sit down and I talk to the camera for 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, and then you end up seeing a 10, 15-minute edit of that. And so what you see is not what happened. It is the product of a lot of takes and a lot of editing, a lot of mistakes and a lot that got cut out. And just a quick little tip here, I'm not starting and stopping the camera over and over again. I do that pretty much only when I move to a different location or change something about the shot itself. But as long as I'm filming in the same location, I just keep the camera rolling. I find that to be way easier. So let's do this. Let's get into some tips for how to confidently talk to the camera. So first, you just need to accept the reality that everybody starts as a beginner. Everybody's first videos are awkward and normally terrible. And when I say their first videos, I don't just mean like their first 1 or 2 videos or 5 or 10 videos. A lot of the time it's their first 20, 30, 50 videos that are awkward. It takes a while to figure out how to talk to a camera and to get comfortable with it. And I feel like that could be discouraging, but I hope that it's not, because really it is good news. It means that everyone, all of the YouTubers who you love watching, started right where you're at right now. Their first videos were not good. They were awkward on camera at first, but now you see where they're at today. You see them looking confident, you see them comfortable on camera and talking to the camera in a really natural way. And so you can know that you too will get there with some practice. And you can get closer to that right now if you do the second thing, which is to start with a plan. Now, I know some of you don't need to hear this at all. Some of you are maybe over planning even. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Take it easy.
But others of you think that talking to a camera should be natural. It should be easy. You see other people do it and they make it look so easy and effortless. And so you think, well, I'll just sit down and talk. I mean, I know how to talk. I can talk to friends. And so you feel like you don't need a plan. But really, if you start with a plan, even a really simple one, it goes a long way and it gives you a lot more confidence and helps you to sound a lot more confident as well. And that brings us to tip number 3, which has to do with what your plan should be like. My biggest advice is when you're first starting out, do not script your videos.
But why not?
Now, yes, you can make a better video potentially if you script every single word. It's not necessarily going to be less awkward, but it could be a better quality, more professional video. But you will be doing yourself a big disservice because you are much less likely to actually get confident and learn how to speak naturally if you stay glued to a script. It will just be a crutch and you will always have to lean on that crutch. So especially when you're first starting out, just use a simple outline. This is how I do the majority of my videos. It was definitely how I got started. Simple bullet points. I have an entire video you can watch about how I script my videos, which is primarily with a bullet point outline. So you can watch that if you want more information about this process, but just keep it simple. You do want to have a plan for what you will say, but you don't want to go into too much detail because it will keep you glued to your notes. It will keep you reading a script. It will be awkward. There will be a lot of takes, a lot of cuts, and it won't really be the natural, authentic, comfortable video you want it to be. And my next tip for you is to make it easy on yourself, especially for your first videos. Talk about stuff that you are really comfortable and confident talking about, stuff that you know a lot about.
I know things.
Don't try to be more impressive and therefore talk about things that are more complicated or things that are maybe like above your pay grade or something like that. Stick to what you know, at least at first, because you'll find it's way easier to talk about stuff that you know. I mean, I'm sure that there are things that right now you could stand up and give an entire presentation on without even having to make a plan. Now, making a plan might make it more organized, but you have plenty to say about it without doing a speck of research. My next tip is to get comfy. Now, a lot of people, when they try to make a video, they sit down, they hit that record button, and they immediately start talking. Sometimes you even see them hit the record button shot. It's like, hi guys. Okay, so that is not how most professional or experienced YouTubers make videos, or really anyone who has much of any experience making videos at all. When I make a YouTube video, I sit down and once everything seems right, I turn on the camera and then I look at myself in the viewfinder. I kind of check myself out. I check my hair, I check, my makeup, I make sure that everything is as it should. I look at my shirt, is anything crooked? Okay, so I get comfortable that way. I'm also looking at the set in my viewfinder and making sure that there's nothing out of place. Like, is there a pillow on the couch that looks awkward or something? I make sure that everything looks good and looks as it should, and that gives me a lot of confidence, and it also helps me to kind of warm up and get comfortable.
I'm so ready.
And then I think about what I'm going to say first. Even if I've already written an outline, even if I have quite a plan for the video, I still think about the first point while the camera is rolling and decide exactly what words I'm going to say first. And then I start talking. And then a lot of the time I stop talking and I say those first things again. And sometimes it takes me a few takes to get warmed up. And now let's keep going with a few more tips for the actual talking to the camera part. You've probably already heard this one, but you need to look straight into the lens of the camera. I know it can feel weird. It can feel kind of awkward. It can just feel like you want to look somewhere else, but think about it. When you watch YouTube videos, where are your favorite YouTubers looking? They're looking straight into the lens. It looks like they're looking right at you. And it doesn't feel weird at all. It feels completely normal. I mean, is it normal? Is it normal for me to be sitting here right now talking to this camera with no one else around? Probably not, but it will feel normal to your viewer. It's not gonna feel weird or awkward.
That's not weird at all.
And you just need to do it because it is going to make your viewers enjoy your videos so much more and feel much more connected and engaged with you. Another thing that might feel weird but really helps so much is to smile while you talk. Now, there is certainly a time and a place for a serious video. There might be a video where you mostly don't smile, but that time and place is probably not your first few videos because honestly, it is so much easier to look and sound and feel so much more confident if you are smiling. Now, I know it can be a little weird, like physically strange to smile while you talk. It might feel a little bit unnatural.
Do not do this.
But you're going to come off so much more friendly, engaging, charismatic, and much more confident if you just smile. When someone is sitting back and they are talking like this, and we'll talk more about this in a minute, and their face is just completely relaxed, they tend to look very shy and passive and not very confidence inspiring or confident themselves. Versus when someone smiles and engages with the camera, then it feels like they feel good about themselves and they are confident in themselves. And that brings me right to my next point, which is to bring the energy. You will be surprised at how much more subdued you look in a video compared to how you felt. Like I said, a lot of the time it seems really natural to just kind of sit back and be relaxed like you would talk to a friend, and that would be totally normal if you were talking to a friend. But on camera, you are going to seem much more confident if you lean in a little bit and you smile and you give more energy than would be normal or natural in real life.
More energy.
The camera tends to make everything very two-dimensional instead of three-dimensional, and so all of your movements, your body language, your facial body language, it all gets minimized. You want to use a little bit more inflection in your voice, and that will make you seem much more confident on camera and make your videos a lot more interesting to watch. Now, my last tip, some of you probably won't like, it is to do the hard work of editing your own videos, at least for a while. Now, a lot of us start out editing our own videos because we don't have any sort of budget to outsource that, to hire someone to help. But those of you who maybe are starting a YouTube channel for your business, or maybe you're hoping that your YouTube channel will turn into a source of income, maybe you're being business-minded and being smart and thinking you want to invest in your channel to grow it more quickly, so you will hire a professional editor, save yourself some time, make better videos, and that is all well and good. It's fantastic. But when you are really working on making your videos better, honestly, nothing is going to help you improve faster than getting hands-on with them and doing the uncomfortable work of sitting down and editing them, watching yourself on camera, which I know when you're first starting out is just like, ugh.
It's horrifying.
You don't want to do it. It can be so awkward and uncomfortable, but facing that fear and doing that is really going to not only help you to get over it, which is a valuable skill to have, but it also is going to give you a lot of important information. See, there's this thing that happens if you make videos and then you have someone else edit them, where you get the finished video back and you're not really satisfied with it. And a lot of the time, there are things you might notice that you did that you don't like, but you also feel like you didn't really like how the editor handled it. But what you don't know, what you can't see, is that a lot of the time, the footage that you gave them, it wasn't really the right thing to work with. There were some issues in the footage that they dealt with as best as they could, but you would have been able to understand those issues much better if you had been hands-on with it and doing the editing yourself. Yes, the editing is time-consuming. Yes, you'll probably want to and probably should outsource it in the future, but when you're first starting out, and not just like for the first couple videos, for the first 10, 20 plus videos, do it yourself if you want to improve faster. So those are my tips for you for how to talk to the camera confidently and naturally and feel comfortable while you are doing it. And one last little tip is really just to not be afraid of being natural and being yourself. A lot of the time, we think that we need to be really perfect on camera and that we need to never say or pause. And it's true that we don't want to do those things too much, and that if we stumble and stutter, we should probably stop and say the thing again and cut out the mistakes and cut out the long pauses. But that doesn't mean that you need to be a perfect robot.
How did we get into this mess?
People don't want to watch a perfect robot. That's boring. They want to watch a real human. They want to connect with a real human. So don't be afraid of showing a little bit of personality. Don't be afraid of looking off to the side as you're thinking. You don't have to stay locked in, glued in to that lens the entire time. You don't have to speak without a single pause or stumble. If you make a little stumble, it's really fine to just keep going. Versus if you completely mess up, don't be afraid of starting over so that you can get a better take. It's all about balance. You don't want to try too hard to be perfectly perfect, but you also want to, like I shared in the earlier tips, bring the energy and smile and do a few takes to get a good one so that you can edit it and end up with a polished video that you like. I know that implementing these tips is going to help you make way better videos that you feel way better about, but there is still a difference between making good videos and making good videos that people actually watch. So if you want to learn more about how the YouTube algorithm works and how to work with it to get views on your videos and grow your channel, then check the description box below for a link to a free class that I offer called 3 Secrets to Reach 1,000 Subscribers in just 3 months. It's going to teach you all that and so much more, and overall teach you how to turn your YouTube channel into a success. Thanks so much for joining me for today's video. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe before you go if you want to learn more about how to grow your YouTube channel, or if you're interested in learning how to start your own online business, because that is what I normally talk about on this channel. That's all for now, but I love you and I'll see you next week.